I recently watched the David Beckham document on Netflix, and this week I watched also Victoria Beckham, and I have a thought about it. Actually, it is related to father and son, or broader family and children. Because David Beckham didn't achieve the football career by its own. His father didn't chase his own career. He chased his son's dream. He spent every hour practicing with him. He was engaged by shaping his discipline. Beckham's father made his child purpose of his own. And now, that's what builds greatness. One generation that sacrifices everything for the next one. But here is the paradox. When that generation finally hits and rises and hits the generational wealth, in line comes comfort and fame. The next generation, the children of the David Beckham, often grow up surrounded by everything. Not only fame and money, but also without hunger. They don't have that hunger that David Beckham had as a child. That's why wealth can be both blessing and a curse. It can give you the children's safety, or it can take away the struggles that you need in order to make you who you are. So, the real question is not how much you earn, but how much presents you give if you have the children, because if not, probably this movie will not interest you. Me personally, I do not build wealth to buy more things. I don't care. I cared a lot in the past, before my transformation. Now I don't care. I drive with a bike, I have an old car. I built my generational wealth to buy back my time, to be there for my children and my wife, not just watching, but be engaged, teaching them discipline, which I have by my own, teaching them curiosity, which I have as well for myself. And I teach them self-belief, because with no belief, you will not transform your life. Someone must motivate you, someone needs to guide you when you are a small child. Because true generational wealth isn't what's in your bank account, it is what's in your child, mind and heart. And maybe that's the lesson. One generation builds fortune and the next must learn how to build character, because only fortune will destroy them with no character involved. And that begins when the father stops chasing more, when he recognizes this is enough. No more spending time on additional achievements, additional goals. Now I start being more and more present for my children. And this is a very interesting story about the Beckhams. Why? Because the father, who spent a lot of time with his son, he created one of the best football players and recognizable persons in this world. But Beckham didn't stop. He's working even now with his wife. What happened? They have 4 children. And my understanding from the movie and from that what I read about them is they didn't achieve that much as their parents. They didn't have a similar career ongoing. But why? Maybe one of the reasons could be David Beckham, by creating his career, by chasing new goals with Victoria, didn't find time, quality time, maintenance with their children, to find out what they are good in and maintain that into a habit, so they would become great. Like the father of Beckham was doing with him every single day, training small habits, training small habits. Maybe it was that when children ask him to drive them for training, for singing, for something. They said, I'm now doing a Pepsi commercial, so of course our driver will drive you down and you will have the training. Daddy, but I would like you to be present. Yes, of course, but you know, I'm flying to USA and now I'm Hollywood and now I'm doing a commercial and now I need to make friends with this and this person. He was not there. I'm guessing, because maybe it was not the case, but from the movie I've seen, he was always traveling. He's now always traveling. He's always engaged. And of course, now they are settling a little bit, but children are almost 20 plus. It's too late. You need to engage when they are 5, 15. Yeah? So it is a really interesting story. If you didn't watch the movie, please watch it through a lens of thinking about what he's doing, how his steps and his father's steps were. Compare that to steps with his children. God bless.